Today we have a mystery mail day from Topps. Now, I think this is hopefully a replacement for the Jackson Merrill Green Sapphire auto that we pulled a couple of months ago. Here's the video of the pull. Padres, oh boy. Jackson Merrill Sapphire Green auto? Okay, we did all right. And then here's a little video of the damage that there was on the card. This to show. So right there, there's a nice little indent. There's also a nice like scratch or something right there. An indent on the back of the card is very, very interesting. I've seen PSA give an indent like that a 6, and I've seen PSA give an indent like that an 8. Now, when I posted this video, I had some people say, that's not damaged enough, you shouldn't be sending that in. I thought that with the indent on the back, it met the criteria that Topps says that they will replace the card with, and they sent me a package. Now, I've gotten a package like this before, and it has the card that I originally sent in. I've also gotten a package like this before, and they replaced it with something different. So let's see what we got this time. All right, you always love the big boot print that is on the package when it gets in there. I feel like somebody always steps on it at the factory. So envelope within an envelope. Let's see what we've got in here. So no note. Sometimes there is a note. So we do have a card. It is a green sapphire. I can't tell if it's the same one. It's not. And it's not Merrill, but it is Jackson. Jackson Chourio on the green sapphire auto. I'll take that replacement for sure. I'm a big Chourio guy personally, so I'm thrilled with that. I'm honestly happier with Chourio over Merrill. But let's check out the comps and see how this compares for a replacement. So it looks like we got a pretty solid win on this Jackson Chourio. So here are the comps on the Merrill. Pretty consistent. It looks like 425 is the value on it. But on the Chourio, it's like pushing 500 if not more. So Topps not only was able to replace the damage card that we pulled, but they actually upgraded us, which is super cool. I will take that absolutely. As I said, I'm more of a Chourio guy anyways. Now, I got to take the seal off, and we got to see if this card is worth grading. All right, so you guys are going to see with me. Started to peel it, so that was just a little bit easier, but breaking that seal off, let's see if this Merrill Chourio is in good enough shape. Now, it looks well-centered. On-card autos are always tough. Looks like we've got a little bit of surface stuff here. So, my guess is that we'll wipe it down with a microfiber. We'll see what we're able to do. My guess is with SGC, that might 9.5 for us. The rest of it looks really solid. So just a little bit of surface stuff with on-card autos. That is always a tough thing because the players handle the cards. On one hand, sticker autos are nice because you know the card condition should in theory be better. But I like knowing that Chourio had this card and physically signed it. So even though it may not necessarily be a PSA 10 right out of the pack, definitely in much, much better condition than the card that we initially had. And that's something that I really, really appreciate that Topps does. Topps is much, much better. It's a breath of fresh air when it comes to their customer service in terms of being able to help out collectors who, pull cards that are damaged. I personally think, and I had people tell me when I made my original video showing off the damaged card, that these boxes are really expensive. If you're spending $500-600 to rip a box of Sapphire and you pull a card that's damaged, I don't have the expectation that everything is going to be a PSA 10 out of the pack. This one isn't. It's an on-card auto. I know that it's a 9.95 unless those surface marks wipe away, which I don't think that they're going to, but I'll try that out a little bit later. But the fact that they are willing to stand by their product and say, hey, nope, that does not meet our quality standards. There should be some quality standards. I'm not saying it needs to be perfect, but to come with a big indent ding in the back like that, I personally am glad that Topps replaced it. Obviously, I'm glad that they were able to replace it with a Jackson Chourio instead of Jackson Merrill. Now, Jackson Merrill is still a fantastic player. Do not get me wrong there. But I'm a Cheerio guy. I was talking at the show this past weekend that if I had to pick one guy from last year's rookie class that I think is long-term the best one to have, it's Cheerio. So knowing this one is probably not going to gem, this may be the start of my Jackson Cheerio PC. Said that I've thought about collecting him. I really enjoy the way he plays the game. I enjoy his upside. So maybe a very solid start, and I, shout out to Topps for hooking us up, replacing that. It's really fun. I'm really, really excited for Series 1 that comes out later this week. We're going to have some videos on the page here of we've got a jumbo box as well as a regular hobby box. So very curious to see what we've got there. Series 1 isn't always my biggest thing. I didn't go too heavy on it. I'm not doing a full case like I do with Chrome or some of the other big products, but got to rip into that. So if you guys want to see that, make sure to hit that subscribe button, follow along. As always, I appreciate you guys checking out the videos. I'm very curious. I mean, from a comp perspective, it's a win. Do you guys agree with me? Do you think this is as big of a win as I'm deeming it? Let me know down in those comments. But again, thank you for checking out the videos. We'll catch you in the next one.